Welcome to Hallis Beer Hall. We're your spot for the grit and passion of Chicago sports. From the gridiron battles of the Bears to the diamond drama of the Cubs and Sox. Grab a cold one, settle in, and let's slapshot our way from the United Center to the Lakeshore Drive. This is Hallis Beer Hall, where the game never ends and the passion never fades.
Hey, Chicago.
We're ripping this thing down to the studs and we're going to build it up.
My lord.
My drop, a little Olay at first.
And the good news is this, I am a football coach.
What do you say?
Big time players make big time plays.
Cubs gonna win today.
Right. Schedule predictions of the Bears.
Let's do it.
Who wants to, Hank, you want to like read Edge and then give your thoughts? Then we could go Aaron and then me.
Yeah, we can do that.
Somewhat organized here.
I'm gonna
Or
pull up no, he can go. I'm just
No,
gonna pull
Aaron's
up,
gonna-
I'll record it
What's
on the
spreadsheet?
Google Sheets.
Gotta see what our stats are. I want to know last year what percentage was.
Not good. Not good. I think the lowest wins total was 11 wins. Like I think the most pessimistic person was at 11 wins.
Yeah, I think
Actually, Matt Reed, I think, had us at like 7 wins, but that's bullshit.
he knew something was gonna happen at the Cardinals game. Decimate him. Rest fucking just turn into a huge drama fest. It's insane.
Hold on, I'm getting it going. I should have prepared this.
No, you're fine. So I can just go through the schedule first of all.
Yes,
So we have
that'd be great.
September 8th is against Minnesota. Week 1. Week 2, September 14th, we're against Detroit. So 2 division games back to back. Sick. Week 3, September 21st, Dallas. Week 4, September 28th, Las Vegas. We get our bye week on week 5. Not
Shitty
terrible. Yeah, well, I guess it's a little too early in the season for that, but
could be good or bad.
maybe we'll live. Week 6 is October 13th at Washington. Nice little revenge game, hopefully there. Week 7, October 19th versus New Orleans. Week 8, October 26th at Baltimore. Week 9, November 2nd at Cincinnati. Week 10, November 9th versus the Giants. 11, November 16th, Minnesota again. Week 12, November 23rd versus Pittsburgh. Fuck Aaron Rodgers. Week 13, November 28th versus Philadelphia. Jesus. Week 14 at Green Bay. That's December 7th. Fuck Green Bay. Week 15, December 14th versus Cleveland. That's just going to be a win. Week 16, December 20th, Green Bay again. Fuck them. Week 17, December 28th against San Francisco. Interesting. Week 18 is against Detroit.
Tough schedule.
Yeah.
Tough
Yeah, I'd say so.
schedule.
Overall. Against Minnesota, they have a new QB. I mean, we know their coach is a really good QB coach. Probably gonna bring him up. I think it's probably gonna be just an outright battle. I would love to see a win. I think our offseason is doing pretty well so far from the news that I'm hearing. So I'm gonna go with W. First one of the
I like that. Yeah. I mean, JJ McCarthy, Chicago kid, so I think he's gonna play a little bit out of his mind, but then if he knows Juice is in the crowd, sacked him. Like, I don't know how he'll be able to
Those are my
kind of
notes.
so I
Still
don't
knows.
like it's one of those things, right? Where it's like, how does this kid's brain work? Like, is it he plays out of his mind because he's in front of family, friends? Does he get like pressure, like the bright lights? Like, is his first NHL, Jesus, NFL game? Like, there's a lot at play here, especially now with like the whole Caleb Williams wants to play for Minnesota type of thing, but I do think it's going to be a rockin' fucking stadium. I think Ben Johnson's going to come out swinging. I think Bears win too. Like rookie QB versus second year QB. That's going with a win as well. What do you think, Juice?
Monday night primetime, JJ debut. He played with Colston Loveland at Michigan, so I think Colston Loveland's definitely going to try and get some targets and try and get himself open just to prove that Caleb's a better quarterback than JJ, which is definitely the case. As you said, JJ is not that good. Chicago kid, more of the suburbs. He grew up like kind of like Hinsdale area, so probably grew up a little easier than the rest of us. And then this was also a Dan Feeney revenge game. If you remember Handsome Feeney from a couple years ago, Vikings cut him, said he wasn't good enough. Revenge game, Monday night in Chicago, Soldier Field. Bears win.
Like it.
Bears win.
Lovely.
All 3 wins. I love this. That means it's going to happen. That's crowd think.
All right, so I think we should do a reverse. So Juice, you start too, and then.
Oh, I like this little snake talk.
Yeah.
Week 2, Ben Johnson's return to Detroit against the Lions. Also, Antoine Randall L is returning, and JT Barrett. I totally forgot we had JT Barrett as the quarterbacks coach. I think that's an underrated pickup as well. Ben Johnson going back into Detroit. I think that's a noon game, so that doesn't put too much pressure on us. I think Ben Johnson knows how to navigate this Detroit defense a little bit, boys. However, his last game, he did some shitty play calling against the Commanders, and I know Lions fans are still remembering that and still pissed at him for that, for losing, 45-28 to the Commanders. So I think the Lions defense is going to come out. Hutchinson should be healthy by then, I believe. Going to be a close one. I'm going to go realistic. I'm going loss here in a battle. I'm going 17-14 Lions in kind of a gross game. Neither offense really gets going.
So you think it's just like a defense?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that too. I think I'm in a similar boat where I want to believe that Ben Johnson goes back and like has this kind of homecoming type thing, but it's at the end of the day, it's the NFC North on the road. Like it's a hard game. And we're still working out the kinks in the system. Lions lose Frank Ragnow. They're kind of in shambles. They're trying to figure out what to do, but at the same time, it's like we're still getting started. That crowd's going to be raucous. I think I'm also going loss here. Dave Montgomery still has our number. I think like that's I guess a revenge game player. Maybe again, he's just constantly getting revenge. I do. Yeah. I mean, maybe the offense does. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm gonna go loss here. Loss here.
That's fair.
Off to you, Hank.
Yeah. I mean, as much as Ben Johnson knows the Lions like defense and obviously ran that offense, I almost feel like he might underestimate Dan Campbell because or he's gonna overestimate Dan Campbell on just like going for everything. And it's just gonna be really interesting to see Dan Campbell's ex offensive coordinator going up against him and trying to like do these mind games. I agree. It's going to be like a really, really close game, and it's probably going to be a defensive battle. And I don't know. I feel like
do it, Hank. Do it.
I feel like to me, it feels like this is a game that's a statement for Ben becoming a head coach against Dan Campbell. Like it's almost like a graduation game. So I'm gonna go with the W.
All right, I love it. Also, like as you were talking through that, it's interesting that like Ben's used to playing against Aaron Glenn's defense, but it's a new defense. Well, maybe not a new defense, but like new defensive coordinator. Like things could be switched up. So it is. I like the win pick. I like the win pick.
Right. So going into week 3 versus Dallas. Personally, I just think Dallas is just think they're absolutely trash. Run terribly. Owner sucks. It's almost like it's a reality TV show over there. It feels like, and I don't think they're really playing football. But I, I, I don't know. It's a 3:25 game on a Sunday. I'm gonna go with a W. I don't think Dallas is doing anything special at all. I think they talk a big game and they're all like limelight, trying to stay in the limelight with some weird drama and shit. W there.
W there. I think I'm the same. Also, Hank 3-0 to start off the season. I love it. But yeah, I mean, what do they have anymore? Like Dak is not the guy, but like they're gonna still pedal him out there. Like CeeDee Lamb is sick for sure, but I don't who's running back? Javonte Williams, like Deuce Vaughn. Like I don't really no one on Dallas really scares me except for Micah Parsons, I guess. And even him is like he's half a foot into like NFL media and half a foot into the game still. Like I just Dallas, I don't see the schedule, see the star on the schedule and think twice about it. So I'm gonna go a win here too.
Aaron, I think you're forgetting about Deuce Vaughn. He's 5'2". He's pretty electric running back out of Kansas State. Yeah, guys, this is the Eberflus rematch that we were hoping for. Also,
Oh, Jack Sanborn.
Yeah.
Jack Sanborn, good
Oh.
friend of the program as well, taking his revenge against the Chicago Bears. This one's going to be interesting, especially with Micah Parsons. That left tackle, like we were talking about, could be Ozzie, could be Braxton, could be Kieran. Who knows? Maybe someone else will even move out to tackle, whether that be Tooney or someone else. Micah Parsons against a left tackle who's making either their first start or I don't know, probably 20th or less start in the NFL is going to be tough. That's a game where I hope Ben Johnson knows that he has a left tackle who's not going to be able to block Michael Parsons one-on-one. I hope there's a lot of play action in that game. I think we win this game, though. Dak, highest paid player in the history of the NFL, $60 million a year. I would not play football very well if I was getting paid $60 million a year. I would just go out there, give up.
Longevity.
George Pickens. Yep, 100%. George Pickens, Jalen Johnson will be a fun matchup. I think George will get clamped. George gets tossed in the second quarter for spiking his helmet and hitting a referee. Bears win, 24-17.
I wonder, hopefully Jack Sanborn's not too active on Twitter that week. I'd hate to see him kind of get into his own head on there, but we'll see. We'll see.
I've gotten into some battles with him on Twitter as well. If you want to go follow him, it's Jack Sanborn 57 on Twitter.
All right,
Next week, we're going to Las Vegas. We're playing the Raiders. They have this guy named Khalil Mack who's pretty good. I'm a little worried about him. I do think it's a revenge game for Ashton Genty when he got told the entire week that the Bears were trading up to draft him. He has to be a little pissed. His O-line sucks. Cody Whitehair is not there anymore, so he has no one to run behind in Vegas. He's probably going to get lit up. Luke Getsy's not calling plays for him anymore, so who knows? They're probably going to be terrible. Luke Getsy was a great play caller. And then another note, Raiders cut Andrew Billings. They didn't believe in him. You can't cut Andrew Billings. Andrew Billings eats Ashton Genty for lunch. Bears 35, Raiders 3.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love that.
Going hard.
So Raiders, Geno Smith, Pete Carroll, first year. Some chemistry there, maybe. Who knows? Pete's just kind of a vibe guy. There's not really much going on in terms of like tactics, I think. Potentially a game I kind of want to go to. I'm trying to talk my wife into it. We're not getting very far, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. So if I'm in the stands, we're for sure gonna win. Maybe I've been to more losses than wins, but last time I went to Las Vegas, Justin Fields marches down the field, game-winning drive, we win the game. So last, great stadium. It's 80% Bears fans, so it's basically a home game. I also think the Bears win. I don't think this is. Honestly, this might be our easiest game on the schedule, besides maybe the Giants. Sorry, Samwise. But we'll see there. So yeah, Bears win. Bears win.
Man, I mean, I don't have much to talk about Las Vegas. I mean, Genty's like the only thing that probably is exciting about them. I'm gonna be that guy that goes 4 wins in the first 4 weeks, and then we go into a bye and then just tank the rest of the season. So yeah, I'm going with the W, I guess.
Fuck yeah. 17-0, Hank. I love it. Let's keep going. Also, how do you guys feel about the early buy?
I mean, I know Juice hates it.
Yeah, I'm honestly not a fan. I mean, it'll be good to recoup that early in the season. But NFL, there's injuries, shit's gonna happen later in the season. It's just an absolute gauntlet of a schedule that we have to go through. So I kind of wish it was a little bit later. Week 5 by sucks, but I do think it's a good time, especially for a first-year head coach. Just kind of evaluate everything, see what's working. There'll be 2 home games, 2 away games, so we'll have those sample size. Just kind of see what's going on. If we need to trade for a running back, if we need to switch up the left tackle, I think that's a good stopping point early on enough to where if we do need to switch a left tackle, we can kind of build that chemistry through the last 13 games of the year. So I hate it. It's the early buy. You don't want the early buy. But yeah, I think it's good for a first-year head coach, especially in a new system. Maybe give Caleb an extra week to kind of just learn some film, learn the Ben Johnson offense a little more. He's not going to pick it up right away. I know everyone's expecting him just picking it right up away, but they said it's like learning a new language. It's impossible. So just I don't know. I mean, I initially hated it, but Ben Johnson spoke on it and said it's a good stopping point. So I'm trusting BJ.
You know,
Oh, go ahead, Hank.
I was gonna say, it's interesting. I was just looking at Washington's schedule, and this week 5 bye actually might be really good for that game as a revenge game for us for whatever bullshit happened last year. Because they face the Giants, Packers, Raiders, Falcons, and Chargers, and that's a pretty good sample size if you can get those tapes and watch them play and analyze them. Then we go into week 6 and crush the fuck out of them.
Yeah, those are shit teams too.
Yeah. And well, the nice thing is too is we get to see them against the Raiders, so we can kind of like do a comparison of what worked for them. See where they went with it. Sorry, Aaron. So what were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna ask, like, during this bye week pause, what are your guys' like away game traditions? Like, what do you do for away games? Juice, I know like you're a season ticket holder, so are you watching at the crib? Are you watching with your dad? Like, and then Hank, what are you doing? Like, what's the move on away game day?
Well, I just put TV up in my garage, so I might just
Fuck
watch the
yes,
game
I
out
love
there.
that.
So might be my play. Grill.
Yeah, it depends. Noon game usually wake up at 11:45, not overthink it, and go to the couch. Halftime beer is usually involved in that case. 3:25 game, a little bit different. Usually hit up the sports book and just kind of watch all the noon games. If I'm feeling good, I'll stay watch the Bears. Things are going well. I'll stay at the sports book. Things are going bad. Back to my place. More couch beers. Night game, usually head out to the suburbs, try and hang with Pops, crash out in the suburbs with him. And whenever we watch games together, it does not end well. We watch the Cody Parkey game. We watch the Commanders game. So I don't know why I continue to do that. I love my dad. I want to just have a fun tradition with him, but it's I'm not saying it's his fault or it's the city of Naperville / Plainfield's fault, but
Hey,
might need to switch that one up this year.
Juice, I'll come for the Washington game. It's 7:15
Okay,
PM.
perfect.
I'll come out for that.
Yeah, perfect. That'll switch up the vibes. That should work. I'm in.
I feel like Hank and your dad should just crash on your couch now. Like, just switch the 5 completely. Bring them both into the city.
Hank's garage is where we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Awesome.
Commanders up next.
Yes, Commanders are up next.
Hank, lead us off.
Yeah. Like I kind of was talking about earlier, this is, and you're probably gonna say it too, Sam. This is a revenge game. It totally is a revenge game. No questions asked. It's gonna be a battle, dude. This game's gonna be nuts. I don't know. I think either this game's gonna be a gun show. Like, I'm thinking combined points of like 50. That's what I'm thinking.
This is a Monday night game too, correct?
Yeah, Monday 7:15.
Yeah.
So we have 2 Monday nights out of the first 5 to start the year.
Yeah.
No pressure. No pressure.
Sweet.
It's not like the NFL's betting on us or anything.
I almost I've first year coach, second year QB. QB wants the win. Coach definitely wants. I'm gonna go with this. Might just start like kind of a rivalry, and I'm gonna take the L on this one. I'm gonna take a loss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a loss on this.
No.
After a bye week, you study the tape a lot. Maybe it was like, but it's gonna be a close game, so maybe it goes either way. But I'm just gonna take the L. I can't go WWWs.
Yeah, 5-0 is tough. I'm with you on this. Everything in me wants to say a win. Like I want Tyreek Stevenson to get his. I would even say revenge. He did it to himself, but I want him to like overcome this demon on his shoulder. I want Caleb to be better than Jaden Daniels because I have a Commander's friend here in Seattle, and I'm so tired of hearing how Jaden is the better pick. Like I want Caleb to go to his hometown and like take that win 2 years in a row. I want us to overcome this Hail Mary thing, which they're going to show on the fucking broadcast a billion times.
Yep.
But at the same time, like, and I know it's a new coaching staff, it's a new everything, but until we come out and can execute off of a bye, I just don't believe it. So I'm also going to take an L here. I hope they prove me wrong. And then once they do prove me wrong, I will switch up like my predictions off of the bye, but we just always suck off the fucking bye. And yeah, I do hope though Tyreek gets a pick. I hope he fucking like overcomes his demons here because I think he's had a good mini camp. I think he's had some good answers and responses to like how is the new coaching staff treated with you in regards to that Hail Mary play, all this type of stuff. I do think he's still a good player, so I hope he comes out. I hope he balls out. I do think we lose though. What do you think, Juice?
Yeah, I have the second worst thing to happen in Chicago history in the second week of October was the Great Chicago Fire caused by Mrs. O'Leary's cow knocking over that fucking lantern. The first worst thing was Tyreek Stevenson flipping off the crowd in Washington.
Yeah.
I think the Bears come back and win this game. Jaden
Let's
Daniels
fucking go.
Montez Sweat revenge game. They didn't want to fucking pay him. He eats Jaden Daniels for breakfast. Jaden was way too healthy this year. Snaps his fucking leg. Montez 3-sack game. Bears win 13-10.
Damn. Okay. I love
That's the fucking energy we need. Let's fucking go. I'm fired up,
damn.
dude. Can I switch mine? God damn it.
Fuck.
Okay,
All right,
I'm
Juice.
going. I'm going after Juice next time.
Next,
Juice, take us into New Orleans.
we're playing the Saints. Personally, I was in New Orleans on the first day of January this year, and there was a car that drove down the street and tried to kill me. New Orleans police did not do anything about it. Pisses me off a little bit. We got to win this one, boys. We got to win this one.
Yeah.
Dennis Allen, our defensive coordinator, they fired him. I know he's taking that shit personally as well. He's going to drop some shit. Saints quarterback, Tyler Shuck from fucking Western Kentucky. Who is it? I think it's him.
Yeah.
Jake Hayner. Gotta win
Rattler?
this game. Rattler. We have to win this game. Bears win 24-3. Our defense is elite this year, by the way.
Yeah, our defense is pretty strong.
Back to you, Aaron.
I'm feeling in the middle. This is great. I think W here too. I mean, again, like in terms of, I'm gonna keep going back to the easiest games on the schedule. I think this Cowboys, Giants. Sorry, Samwise. I think that like we beat the Saints. We have to. We're at home. I might think different if we're in New Orleans. They're a crazy fan base. Like they're kind of thick. I appreciate them as a group of people. I like that city a lot. But I think coming to home, it's the first home game in 4 weeks. People are going to be itching for it. I think Bears win for sure. Hank.
I was just pondering. I was just looking at the Saints schedule prior to the Bears game. I mean,
I like this. Put yourself in their shoes.
they're looking like they're playing some easy teams. Yeah, no, they're gonna get rocked, dude.
Let's fucking go.
They're gonna come to Chicago. So they go to Seattle and Buffalo. Like Buffalo's gonna torch them. and then we're gonna torch them 2 weeks later. So I'm down for that. I don't think the Saints have anybody that's relevant.
This isn't the NFC South anymore, boys. This is the NFC North.
Yeah, if anything, the NFC North has become like the place to be. It's insane. But yeah, no, I take a W on New Orleans. Saints can go back marching home.
I love that.
Taking us into Baltimore. This is the beginning of the tough teams, I would say. Well, actually, probably after Washington. I don't know. I mean, Baltimore's always kind of been elite recently. I guess it just depends on if they decide to perform that day. If we can hold Henry to, less than 100 yards, that'd be great. But I don't know. I'm gonna take Ravens as an L. We're gonna lose that one.
Yeah, I think that too. I mean, they're just a good team. John Harbaugh is sweet, like good coaching. I think like they're a wagon. They're in the playoffs every year. I think this is like a team that we should be able to compete against in the future. And it should be a team that like we want to come up against and like test our mettle, but until we have proved it, and again, we're a first year head coach. Like we still have, there's probably still going to be kinks to work out and whatnot. So I think this is a loss. It'd be a sweet win to eke out, but in Baltimore, like I think that's just kind of a tough game.
Hey, you guys remember when Poles decided to cut Roquan Smith to pay Tremaine Edmonds?
Yeah.
Roquan's probably not thinking of that when he. Roquan, 18 unassisted tackles that game. I have another note. Our kicker, Cairo Santos, tried to do a Lambeau leap one time and got denied. Do you know who doesn't take no for an answer? Is Justin Tucker, the Ravens kicker, who got accused of sexual misconduct by 11 therapists, sexual misconduct by massage therapists.
Yeah.
They don't have a kicker, boys. Make him punt. We need Big Bill up the middle, stuffing Henry like you were talking about, Hank. Yeah. Ravens win 28-3. I love field goals. Next, we're staying in the AFC North. We're playing the Bengals. Bengals also cut Andrew Billings and did not believe in him. He has a lot of revenge games on the schedule, by the way. We're not at the end of his revenge games yet.
We're not?
Nope. I think we got one more.
Billings is about to ball out.
Yeah, 100%. We do have another note for this game. Our beloved Harambe died 9 years ago. Who wears number 9? Jaquan Brisker. Where did he go to college? Penn State. Who is Harambe's best friend in the cage across from him? A Nittany Lion named Amani.
No way,
dude. 2 picks off Joe Burrow. Bears lose 35-28.
What is that?
We have to bet $1 billion on this pick prop, right?
Yeah,
like there's that's insane. That's insane. Yep. If like the part of my take guys aren't all over that fucking bet, that would be a fucking crime. So you have them, you have Bears. You have Bears lost 35-28.
Yeah. Two of those touchdowns are Jaquan Brisker pick sixes.
Damn, dude.
One is the Andrew Billings scoop and score, and the other is the Colston Loveland 95-yard touchdown pass. Ooh. After we signed Velus Jones and he drops the kickoff. That's 5. Over to you, Eric.
That's unbelievable. I have us as a win here. I think. Hold on, let me Google his fucking name. Let me Google Cincinnati.
Who are you looking for?
It's the Cincinnati coach. What's his name? Zach something?
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor. No, that guy is such a fucking. He's a goofball. That guy stinks. I think they've kept on to him way too long. I think they're ruining Joe Burrow's career. It's unbelievable that like he still has a job. Um, I think the Bears win. I think that Trey Henderson is still not over the fact that he hasn't been traded. I think there's a lot of drama going on there. I have a good friend from Chicago who's a big Bengals fan. He talks so much shit about the Bears that I like hope that mostly I just hope that the Bears win so that he has to eat it. But also I think Zach Taylor fucking sucks. And yeah, I think Bears win. I really have no other I don't have actually any good info. I just really hope that we beat the Bengals.
Yeah, no, I mean, so if I have heard anything about the Bengals is they got all this offense and zero fucking defense. But what happens when your offense throws 2 picks? And
Tyreek Stevenson.
yeah, so
Actually, to Jaquan Brisker. I fucked it up. The Nittany Lion.
On Brisker.
I'm all for it. Honestly, I think Joe Burrow's really good as a QB, like one of the top QBs, and he's not talked about enough because he's just overshadowed by the other. But to be honest, I think this going into about halfway into the season, Ben Johnson, Caleb, the O-line, I feel like they work it out at this point, I would hope. And I'm going to take a W. I'm going to go back and take a W here. So it's kind of like a flip-flop. Score?
I think it's going to be a shootout, dude.
I mean, yeah, it definitely would be a shootout. Here's the thing. Our defense is elite. I know they're
did play them in practice last year.
Yeah.
We had them in practice at House Hall last year in preseason. Joe Burrow looked really shitty in practice, so maybe there's something going on there. I don't know.
Throwing anything crazy at practice, but
True.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. I think it probably ends up being a shootout, and Joe Burrow slips up and throws picks, and I think Caleb plays smart ball and just balls out against top QB. I'm gonna go with a win.
I like it.
Score.
So we have
no clue. I would say maybe 28 and 28-24.
Shootout. I like that. So right now we're at Hank. You're at 6-2. Juice, you're at 5-3. I'm at 5-3. So we're all in the same ballpark, I think.
Yeah. Well, as we move forward, that's going to be another W because we're going into the Giants are coming to Chicago, and that's just going to be an out slaughter. Sorry, Samwise, but yeah, I don't know. The Giants have made some very bad fumbles in recent years, and I don't know if they've improved at all. Personally, I haven't done too hard of research into them. Unfortunately, I'm sure Samwise will have some words for us when he comes on the pod. He gives us some more details about some New York stuff. But New York coming to Chicago, you bet your ass you're getting whooped. So I'm taking W there.
Love that. Yeah, I'm a W too. I think the Giants stink. I honestly no idea who's gonna start there. Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, Jackson Dart could be whatever. Random sidebar: Russell Wilson should have just retired. Like he had a great career. Just why are you doing this whole like trying to chase on to different teams type of thing? Just retire. You're married to Sierra. Life is great. But I think Bears win here. What do you think, Juice?
Well, I think you're forgetting about a quarterback named Tommy DeVito, who played college ball at the University of Illinois. If he's starting, we lose. If it's Jameis, Jackson Dart, or Russell Wilson, we win easily. Bears win 17-10. Week 10, the New York Giants are going to experience the worst event in the history of the state. Next game. Going up to Minnesota to play the Vikings. I have Case Keenum knows their entire offense as my first note. Our third string quarterback, we signed him to be a veteran. He did play in Minnesota. He knows that offense. He knows what routes the offense likes to run. Hopefully, he could sit on some defensive meetings and just kind of tell them what to expect from a defensive perspective. Otherwise, I have the note that the Timberwolves stole Tom Thibodeau from us and then got him fired. And then he went to the Knicks and they got him fired. And this is kind of all their fault, how the Knicks are not in the championship. I blame the Vikings. Bears do beat the Vikings again. This one's going to be 14-13.
Damn, close.
14-13. I like that. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I mean, they play well at home. Kevin O'Connell's a good coach. I think he's had time to scheme against us. We beat them the first time according to my schedule. I hate that fucking horn that they do on third down or whatever the fuck. So fucking annoying. It's almost as annoying as the Go Pack Go. Kevin Warren's gonna be there, like looking at fucking corners and measuring dimensions for the new stadium. I think everyone's gonna kind of be distracted. I think Bears go in and lose, unfortunately. I think Kevin O'Connell has a good game plan. In my brain, I think that we win, but like I feel like I need to start to pepper in losses somewhere. Otherwise, I'm gonna like have us as a 15-2 team. So I'm gonna put a loss here.
I love it. Yeah. So going into Minnesota, I know I had them as a W at the first game because Minnesota was at Chicago. I'm gonna flip flop. Obviously, I think going into Minnesota is very tough. That stadium is loud. Communication is gonna be rough, and I think it's still gonna be close. But I think Minnesota takes it here. Take the shit. Moving on to Pittsburgh Steelers, the new everybody hates you team of the league.
Why? Did something happen for them?
They just, named somebody honorary team, honorary somebody, and then also they hired Aaron Rodgers. Surprisingly isn't fucking retired. Speaking of somebody who should have fucking retired and just disappeared off the face of the planet. So yeah, Bears. Steelers are coming to Chicago. That meaning Aaron Rodgers is in Soldier Field once again. And it's not going to go good for him. I don't think it's going to go good for him whatsoever. He's either going to be sacked 9 times or he's going to go off on a stretcher. It's my take.
Maybe both.
My hot take.
Maybe
also,
both.
Bears win, 45-10.
I love that. We have to win this game. I'm already getting chirped by people being like, "Oh, LOL, betting on the Steelers week 12." Like, fuck that. I hate Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad person. It's well documented on this podcast that I really hope he dies. He's probably the only person in the world that I actually want him dead. I don't know why I hate him so much. I do know why. He's ruined my life, but he's not really a good person, and I'm just really tired of his antics. I think that I think the Steelers lose. I think the Bears win. I think what Aaron Rodgers doesn't realize too coming into this is like there's no more Packers fans. Like there will be Steelers faithful or whatever, but like I think not saying he had like a lot of support, but like Packers travel very well, especially to Chicago when they play the Bears. And so half the stadium is cheering for him when he takes the field when he's playing for the Packers. It's not going to be that way when he's for the Steelers. It's going to be overwhelming, deafening boos. I think even the Steelers fans, I think the entire NFL is sick of this guy. I think it's a Bears win, and I think we knock him out. If he's even playing. Like, he's old as fuck. He could already be dead by this point in the season. So fuck Aaron Rodgers. We're going to win this game. Fuck Mike Tomlin for signing him. Go Bears.
Yeah, he's going to win. He owns us. Steelers are obviously going to win. This is a loss.
Oh, no.
Yep, Rodgers wins. This is Ryan Pohl's legacy game. We have to thank the Steelers for giving us Chase Claypool. He's done so much for us. Not on the team. Hasn't done shit. So we got to win this game. It's going to be 3-0 Bears at halftime. 3-0 Bears end of the third. Fourth quarter, Rodgers leads a comeback, beats the Bears, scores touchdown with 50 seconds left.
Did he throw a
Bears
Hail
lose.
Mary?
No. It's an out to DK Metcalf, jump ball in the end zone, pass interference. Then they
Oh.
hand it off. Jalen Warren, touchdown. Steelers win 7-3.
I might jump off a fucking bridge. That would destroy me.
That'd be the worst, dude. That's
It's
like
gonna
the
happen. Rodgers.
out
If he's
of
there, he's ripping off.
out of all the games out of this schedule, there's 3 games. Beat the Packers twice, and you beat the fucking Steelers.
It's true. We have 3 Super Bowls this year. This is one of them.
Anyways, go Juice, all you move on.
Lose to the Steelers. Next, we play in Philadelphia at the Champs house on Black Friday, 2 p.m. game. Remember when they gave us Nick Foles and he just didn't do shit with us, except had shirts that said 9 inches on it? I didn't like that. I think we get obliterated here. I think we lose 38-10. That's all I got.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm following up. I think we lose here too. Again, like have to find losses on the schedule. This is a loss. They're a Super Bowl team. TJ Edwards, maybe semi like revenge game, but there's probably not even that much there. But I think we lose. It's at their place. They're mean people. I have a good friend who's a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and even going with him, I don't think I'll ever go to that stadium. I'm scared of those people. So yeah, Eagles win.
I know a bunch of Philly fans, specifically just because I work out east. They were all hyped during the Super Bowl. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, unless the Madden curse is a real, well, I mean, it actually seems like it is a real thing, and you know, I just think they're too good. They're a solid team, and Hurts is just killer as a QB. He knows his shit. I'm going with an L. I don't think I really need to talk much more.
Is Saquon that much better than DeAndre Swift? Like, should they have gotten rid of DeAndre Swift?
It's an offensive line thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Tough love. Anyways, moving on. Flying back from Philly, hit Chicago, but just stay there for a couple days, and then we're going to Green Bay, guys.
Long week.
Going to Green
Long
Bay.
week.
Yeah, long week because Philly's Friday. Green Bay is Sunday. We got a lot to think about as we go up north on December 7th day. And we're going to crush Love. Like we're gonna break him. We're just gonna break him. And honestly, I think LaFleur doesn't know what to do with Ben Johnson at all. Like at this point in the season, we're late in the season. The Bears, at least from my schedule standpoint, have gone win-loss. So we're kind of like just juggling win-losses. I say we go into Green Bay and we take them again for another W. And Caleb is 100% win rate in Green Bay.
Yeah, I love it. I too think that we win. I think, according to my schedule, we're 7-5. So like this is where we really need to decide, hey, like, are we trying to shoot for the playoffs or not? And I think that like that's a massive moment for this team. I think Caleb is very confident going into Green Bay. I think, honestly, shout out to the draft being there because I think we got a lot of shots off from the stage. Like the Bears presenters did a great job at like riling up the Green Bay fans. There's a little bit of a rivalry going on. They're kind of in their heads. Ben Johnson's and Matt LaFleur's heads. I've never seen this guy so flustered. I think it's our time to shine. Like there's obviously the Packers have been so good against us, and now it's time for kind of like a regression to the mean. So I think it's Bears all the way.
Yeah. I have 2 words, Caleb's house. Is that 3 words? No,
Let's go.
1-0. I
Yes.
talked unlimited shit in Green Bay for the draft. We have to win this for Equanimeous St. Brown to beat his brother, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I have never listened to a second of their podcast, but that's usually when they talk. That's all I got. Bears win in Green Bay. Caleb's house. He's never going to lose there for the next 15 years. He owns Lambeau. Just rename it Williams Field. Bears win 24-21.
Bears.
After that, we're playing the Browns at home. You guys aren't going to believe this, but the Browns did cut Andrew Billings as well.
What? His last cut?
How does no one see his value?
Yeah, a lot of teams, a lot of revenge games for Big Bill this year. We have 3 Super Bowls and 3 Big Bill revenge games on the sketch this year.
Beautiful.
So that'll be cool. I think this is week 15. Browns maybe 1-14 by here, 2-13. I think this is Shadur time, boys. I think Shadur's coming in. I just have a weird stat here. My buddy Connor sent it to me. He said Shadur Sanders is the son of Deion Sanders, who famously hit a 2-run go-ahead home run for the Braves against the Cubs on July 11th, 1992. Who would ever forget that? I think that's just an interesting stat that the Braves beat the Cubs on July 11th, 1992. I think the Bears win 35-0 this game.
Damn. I like it. Holy shit.
Let's go. I mean, I think the Bears win here as well. In my brain, I want to say I think I'm going to take a win here. So for the record, it's a win. I think that if we somehow beat the Eagles, beat the Packers, I think this is a letdown game for us. But I don't think we'll beat the Eagles. I think it's going to be hard fought against the Packers. So I think it's a win here. But like, I think it basically, I think this game, like, it doesn't matter about the opponent. It matters about like the situation and the context surrounding it. But I think because of the schedule, we win here. Not really an issue. It's just kind of like they show up, we dominate them, and we move on.
Okay, I could deal with that. I'm just gonna go outright and just say it's a W. That's all I need to say. The Browns are trying to figure their stuff out, but at the end of the day, they're probably gonna take because they have to go through 5 QBs this year and figure out which ones. And I don't think they can tell left from right. So W, Cleveland, and then Green Bay comes down from the north on December 20th and comes into our house.
TBD time too, could be flexed.
Yeah,
Who
TBD.
knows?
Yeah, it could be. It could be a prime time, could not. But I think, yeah, no, I want to just go straight out and say it's a W here because I'm feeling at this point in this, at least for me and my predictions, if we come off the loss from Philly, beat Green Bay once, and have that high, ride that high, beat Cleveland, like, and just improve ourselves, and then continuously steamroll that into Green Bay again, playoffs are going to seem really interesting. So I'm going to go with the W here. And again, I don't think LaFleur figures things out. I think he's lush brain.
Yeah. No, I earlier when I went through this, I thought a win. I think I'm gonna go loss, which again, this is like my head versus my heart talking. I think I've been to like maybe 3 Bears Packers games at Soldier Field now, and like we've lost every single one. The latest being meeting Sam from Section 429. And what a fucking heartbreaker. Like we keep getting closer and closer and we just can't seem to figure it out. So I want us to win more than anything. But again, it's like similar to off the bye. Until we do it, I'm going to try and reverse mush it and like we're going to lose and then maybe that'll make us win. That's my only hope. I'm going to call a loss here, but I really hope we win. That'd be so sick. I think that'd be massive taking 2 wins at home in a row going into crunch time, but I'm going to go L here.
Packers twice in 3 weeks is the schedule makers knew what they were doing there.
Yeah.
Diabolical.
I think I'm going to remind the Packers fans that Jordan Love makes $55 million a year, the second highest paid quarterback or player in NFL history. That's a fun stat. I have a fun prediction. I think Cairo Santos gets his field goal blocked for the second straight year at home against the Packers. I think Bears lose 10-7. Unfortunately, I do think we lose to the Pack at home, but we do beat them in Green Bay. I think the away team wins both. It just in a rivalry like that, like both teams just have so much juice going in. You want to beat your rivals at home, and I think both home teams lose both those. So I think Bears win in Green Bay, and I think Green Bay wins in Chicago. Next, we're going to San Francisco, where the Super Bowl is going to be next year. So this isn't going to be the first time we're playing in San Francisco. I have a fun stat. George Kittle grew up a Bears fan. He grew up in Iowa. Obviously, they don't have any team, but George Kittle grew up a Bears fan. He said last year, or I think it was 2020 actually, he said he fucking loves the Bears. But last year he said the Bears beating the Packers, or the Niners beating the Packers rocks because it helps the Bears. And George, if you really do love the Bears, what would help us even more? Just letting us win this game. I don't think he does that. I think we lose 21-10.
We beat them
Okay,
last year,
yeah.
right? Or they win?
Did we play them last year?
Did we 2 years ago?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I can't remember. Anyways, Aaron.
We played them. Oh, we did play them in December 8th, 2024, and we lost 38-13. We got fucking dominated.
For that, I was just kidding. Yeah, I cleared that game from my memory.
Yeah, 14-0 in the first quarter, 10-0 in the second quarter. We did win the third quarter, 6-0, and then 14-7 in the fourth quarter. Bad game. Don't want to talk about it. Yeah, great third quarter. We're a third quarter team. I am debating going to this game, so I think it's gonna be a win just because I want to be there and I want to see us win. I don't know what San Francisco is like at their home stadium. Whenever they come to Seattle, they're a fucking menace. These guys take over the street. They got their big ass chains. They're mopping around Pike's Place. Like they are a scary fan base, but I don't know if that's their traveling fans versus their at home fans because I know their at home stadium is like an hour outside of San Francisco. So I really don't know what to expect if we were to go to that game. But I'm gonna say I'll be at the game, which normally means a loss. But in this case, it's gonna be a win because we're switching up our juju. I'm gonna do a fucking beef broth. I'm gonna say Bears win in San Francisco. Ben Johnson dominates Kyle Shanahan in terms of like the coach mind games. Our super smart offensive mind against their super smart offensive mind, but we have Caleb Williams. They have Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant versus Mr. Number One. Caleb Williams, Bears win at San Francisco.
I like that take. Definitely Brock Purdy has a lot to prove. Still, I think he has a lot to prove. Like even a lot of people have won about him for a little bit now, but I think like he just needs to keep. Otherwise, it's gonna be again Mr. Unreal. I think it
Got paid too.
Yeah, he got paid. So I think it depends on how San Francisco is looking this year. Late in the season, injury prone. Bears travel pretty well. And I think the last couple of years facing San Francisco has been rough. But I'm gonna go with a reversal on this one. I'm gonna take a W. I'm pretty much when I'm thinking going into the end of the season, we're gonna go on a nice little win streak. And then yeah. So W on San Fran. But then we're going to Detroit. Or sorry, Detroit's coming to us. We're coming back. And that's a flex game. We don't know exactly when that's going. And also time frame. But I think week 18 is a reversal, and it's a Dan Campbell coming to Chicago and essentially saying, "Hey, you took us in week 2, and unlike last year, we had a lot of injuries, but this year, different. Or they have a lot of injuries and we crush them. But I think it's a reversal. I think we go into playoffs with a loss and a kind of like a head like a reason. Like this is you guys lost. Let's get real and go into playoffs.
I like that narrative. I like that a lot. I have us winning this game. I think the Lions' lack of depth is starting to show. I think there's been some hair at the seams. I think the facade of Dan Campbell, like the Wizard and the Wizard of Oz pulling all the strings, is starting to like fade a little bit now that a little bit of the stars are gone, the like other coaching staff is gone. I think the Lions are in a spiral at this point, and I think the Bears are now just fucking ticking up. We lost at Green Bay. Or wait, hold on. Did I? No, yeah, have us losing at home to Green Bay. I think that like gets all the fans like riled up a little bit. Then I think we go to San Francisco, eke out a win there, and then I think we eke out a win at home against the Lions. That shoots us into the playoffs. Full steam ahead. Caleb is the NFC North face of the NFC in general, and we go to the Super Bowl, and who knows what happens there. But I think winning against the Lions, I think this like catapults us into superstardom, catapults Caleb into superstardom, Bears for the rest of our lives.
Aaron, what's my record right now? You have it pulled up?
Yeah, I have me at 11-6. I have you at 9-7. I have Hank at 13-4.
Okay, 9-7 is good enough to get us into the playoffs. This is the rest of the starters game. This is Tyson Bagent time. Tyson Bagent comes in, wins the ball game. I have notes on this game. My friend Connor texted me again, and he said that the Tigers just beat the Cubs in 2 out of 3. And he said he's going to take this personally against the city of Detroit. So he would love Tyson Bagent to come in and win this game. I agree with my friend Connor. I think that would be a good call if Tyson Bagent came in and won the game. My notes are the revenge game. All those fuckers counting us out in Detroit. They thought they were the second best team in the division. I don't think so. I think they're the third best team in the division. I also Googled if 100 Bears fought 100 Lions, who would win, and the Bears would win due to their size and strength. I think that's how we win this game. We win it in the trenches. We win it 17-13. Bears win the game. Tyson Bagent, 2 touchdown passes, one of them to Darnell Wright. Bears win.
Oh, nice.
I love it. I love it. Can you imagine if Ben Johnson pulled out a fucking offensive lineman catching a touchdown pass against the Lions? That'd be fucking legendary.
Yeah,
legendary. Okay, so I
think Dan Campbell might have a heart attack.
Yeah, if he has one more iced coffee, this guy might just fucking keel over. But okay, so to end the series, Hank, I misread you on one of them, but I have you at 13-4, but could be at 12-5.
I calculated mine. I'm at 12-5.
Okay, 12-5. So I missed you on one of them.
Yeah.
Juice, you're at 10-7. I'm at 11-6. So either way, I think playoffs is a successful season. Like I think that's the goal. Let's reach playoffs. However we get there is good enough, but we have to see meaningful progress, and I think that can be playoffs. We have a pretty crazy hard schedule, but like with this team, I think it's doable for sure.
I wonder if I like the idea of trying to get the playoffs, but I wonder if their mindset is let's just try and get a winning. Try and be consistent. And
let's just get the team
takes us.
Bought into the offense, bought into the whole program.
I can assure you, no NFL team is like, yeah, let's just get a winning record.
Yeah, well, the Steelers, they've done it for years.
Okay, that's the one. You are right. You are 100% right there. They're gonna get to 9-8 somehow. Aaron Rodgers is gonna pull some fucking ayahuasca magic, do some crazy shit. I want him to do ayahuasca like during a game. Kirk Rodgers is nasty.
I remember that one game. It was in 2018 where fucking he went out in the first quarter or whatever, and then Jordan Love came in. Khalil Mack gets a couple of strip sacks. Like it was his first game with us. Aaron Rodgers comes back in the game in the second fucking half, and then when he's giving like the post game interview, he couldn't even see straight. Like this guy is like, I don't even know where the fuck I am. Like I'm just throwing the ball, and I was like, I'm so upset that he beat us, but at the same time, like they have pumped him with so much Toradol, he has no idea what his fucking name is, and he still beat us. That was horrible.
Yeah, rough. Well, anybody got send off at this point? Because I think we've gotten the schedule down. Listeners, if you got any comments on the schedule or want to put on your own schedule in the comments, please do. But I think other than
I
that,
don't-
we're good.
Fuck the pack.
Fuck the pack.
Yeah, fuck the Packers.
And Rodgers.
And Rodgers. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Steelers
three
too.
Super Bowls. 3 Super Bowls.
I'm on Team Danica Patrick.
Agreed.
Chicago woman.
All right. Well, we're out. Peace.
Well, a lot of things happen today.
Sometimes life deals you bananas and you gotta just say, fuck it, I'm gonna eat that shit.
I'm not touching it. Cut it. Cut it.
We're cutting
I
it.
had,
We're
I
done.
had to tie that in.
We're out.
And they were all great. And they were all thrilling. And they were all dramatic.
But you know what? Get big, get tough, and get fucked.
Too bad we couldn't have had
Hot, juicy cake takes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
some
fine.
hot cakes on the griddle. You know what I'm saying?